Okay, so I figured I'd better get a little bit of context before we start this video. I want to do a Lord of the Rings game, but I also don't want to bother with copyright strikes. So I kind of fixed the video, so that should have a lesser chance of happening. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, yes. This is...
You've improved the shitty game.
Even worse than I remember.
Oh, this is better. TT, this is improved. Not TT, damn it. Creme. Fuck.
Yeah,
You can't really improve this, I'm sorry.
No, this is improved.
so I also filtered the video so it does not have any color, and they can't accuse me of having any of the movie scenes on screen. But it's still giving context, so I had to have it in there, but the fucking speed up makes this battle even more ridiculous than it already was.
Wow, it's like an inside peek of what the Zack Snyder cut of Lord of the Rings would look like.
Oof.
Well, you need to slow it down randomly for that to be the case. Like you have to like vacillate between the two. Never once landing on a normal speed.
The fucking high-pitched screams as Sauron smashed them. Great.
I adore how I fixed this. And since I have these on unlisted, and they can still copyright strike you on unlisted, and I haven't gotten a single one yet, I figured that they don't want to touch it.
They don't care anymore.
We don't want to
EA.
claim this garbage.
This was made by EA, so...
I mean, that's
Oh,
fair.
so that means it's a mark of quality.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fun fact, Battle for Middle-earth and Battle for Middle-earth 2 are literally impossible to find because EA just... They live in a fucking limbo.
I probably still have my hard copies.
Yeah, you have to go to like a forum or Google Drive to get one.
I had to go through 80 steps to just find one online. And hey, I bought the damn copy, so I'm not fucking ripping anyone off. I have the hard copy. And your hard copy fucked up after, 10 years.
It's EA. Nobody cares if you fucking
They
pirate EA.
They made it before they started doing all the microtransaction-y stuff, so they don't care about it anymore.
Alright, so here we go. Here's the actual game. I did not slow any of this down.
Hi there, folks. My name is Barry Thor.
This is the entire game. It is all sped up because it all has copyrighted Lord of the Rings music for the background. So I hope you enjoy it.
Good.
Oh, God. The high-pitched ring wraiths are the worst.
They're the best. I don't know what you're talking about.
The worst.
You know, to be fair to the ring wraiths, they fucking tried to end that diplomatically.
Oh, here comes shit elf. Fucking hate you.
The worst.
The ring wraiths sound like you know what you look like? You look like Greta Thunberg.
That's an insult to Greta Thunberg. How dare you?
Yeah.
This
Son of a bitch.
just for
She gets
context.
hate from Donald. She gets cyberbullied by Donald Trump on Twitter. Isn't that enough?
I mean, yeah. I committed a sin. But the resemblance is uncanny.
Yeah,
It is.
they do look a little bit similar.
But I want you to know that this elf right here, this singular elf, is why I hate elves so much.
She is every bad stereotype rolled into one. I'm pretty sure she sells essential oils on the side.
Probably.
Don't remember her being that bad.
Oh,
but
she's
granted.
terrible.
Let's
Well, you have to remember
discover
that
it together.
there's no actual comparisons because there's like nobody good in this at all.
Yeah.
There's one party member I like, and she
Legal?
doesn't come in until later.
Oh.
You know, right at the point when they decided that they didn't want to put any more money into this and just skipped a cutscene after cutscene.
Yeah.
I like that on their menu grid where you're looking at the characters in your party. There's such extreme close-ups of their faces that you actually have trouble telling which one is which if you don't look at the name.
Oh yeah.
That's horrible.
It's
Oh.
really
I mean,
good.
look at that. It's
Nothing
Wow.
about this game's design is wonderful. The combat system is just Final Fantasy X, but at like half the speed.
Final Fantasy X was actually
Design it
had
too, like-
fun though.
a
Yeah,
lack of like the
like I
basics
said.
to just be like, we gotta show more of their fucking face so you can tell which one's which.
Nope.
You know?
The combat system is literally Final Fantasy X, but at like half the speed. So this is actually going to feel like Final Fantasy X gameplay.
Yep. See, the thing about this game is that it's a fairly solid RPG. There's nothing wrong with the combat system except being a little slow. It's just the rest of it that it's wrapped in is absolute garbage.
You know what the irony here is? I had the Aragon game for the DS, right?
Why?
This game is... I was young and I think I got it for Christmas one year.
Listen, when you get an electronic ragon, you gotta try it out.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Is John Shady?
And not gonna lie, it just looks...
Oh
sort
no!
of similar
That chest was rigged by Larry, the asshole thing.
These poor innocent orcs just minding their own business. Well, hey there, fellas. We were out picking some mushrooms. Oh, go!
Would you like to buy my Girl Scout cookies? Oh, fuck! You slapped my face, you asshole!
Now, what's the other end of it? Our jokes here becoming used for talking off the rails, father.
Oh, it's like, there's a very, very good shot.
This is
Take
like
over.
this
Give
game
him-
really is a good example of like what a bad D&D party looks like.
Given that the hot pants orcs are now my standard token for orcs and token off the rail,
Damn.
you know, from the Hobbit Let's Play.
Oh, the fucking hot pants orcs. Yep.
Oh yeah. I forgot that they just have
Don't
trolls
call.
in the background.
That's why I gave Dorothy hot pants.
On the road. Yes, I know. Okay, patience. I'm looking for Boromir of Gondor. Have you seen him? No. But I do see orcs ahead.
Oh god, she's
I-
so awful.
I know she said patience, but it sounded like she said piss off.
Also, I
She probably did.
I mean,
thought he
that
was
would have been
bringing out
more
the
fun
sword.
character, though.
What was that, Shady?
thought he, like, after she said something, I thought he was bringing out his sword to stab her in the back.
I
like,
wish.
I kind of know.
I would have enjoyed this.
He's kind of a paladin. Oh yeah, by the way, everyone
the
does
worst
magic.
Paladin.
No, he's not a very good paladin.
No, he's not the worst, he's just not very good.
He's bootleg Boromir.
Oof.
Yeah, he's bootleg Boromir. I want you to have that sink in. He's bootleg Boromir.
He's-
That you joke, but that's literally what he is. I won't
He's
spoil
bootleg
for those who
movie
haven't gotten
Boromir.
there.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Bootleg movie Boromir is even worse. Yeah.
So basically, the Boromir we're gonna meet and talking off the rails is this guy.
Oh Christ.
You don't know that.
You
Well,
could
fuck,
actually
you
meet
guys
Barry
might-
Thor.
You guys might actually not even fucking meet Boromir.
The pace we're going, probably not. So
Or-
here's the
We're
level
making
up
a good
screen.
clip. We're literally like 2 sessions away from. We're 1 session away from Smog. Like after next session, it's Dragon time.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the level up screen. You basically just pump in, you know, whatever you feel like into these fuckers, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
at
there's
all.
no consequence to anything.
And also, this is how the game handles cutscenes. Is there are a bunch of movie cutscenes where Gandalf talks over them. That epic scene from Middle Earth. It's just a
I'm
bunch
pretty-
of movie scenes where Gandalf talks over them, and they're stupid.
I'm pretty sure they actually got Ian McKellen to read them out too.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, they
Damn.
did, and he tries his best, but it's no. We
Wait,
don't watch any of them.
wait.
I pooped my own pants. That is the tale
What's up, Shady?
of how I killed a hobbit.
Is this the game with the fucking octopus?
I believe you do fight him.
Yep,
Yeah,
you
I do
do.
think the Watcher's in here.
I don't remember because almost every boss fight is just a made bullet spongy slog, so
I remember him being an absolute bastard, though.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
he is in
remember.
here. You actually fight him twice.
once wasn't enough.
The White Wizard has betrayed us.
Listen, developing a new boss takes time, alright?
They literally just saw fucking birds, and they went, "Oh no, Saruman has betrayed us."
Yeah,
Really?
how the hell does she know this?
I've been reading the
She's
script.
also from Narnia, and she knows because she
Well, no,
knows
she
that
works for
birds are
Galadriel, and
snitches to
Galadriel knows
white magic
everything.
users.
To be fair, Galadriel's the kind of person who would have said, "At any chance, fuck over Saruman."
Yeah, I have a feeling that she knew everything that was going to happen, and she's just all like, "Yeah, just go
There are too many.
dick around. I don't care."
These fucking sped up voices, though. They bring
Oh,
me to
God.
light that this game didn't.
Oh god, the orc screams.
Yeah,
They
they sound so pitiful, like you're building children.
This is the one thing about this game that I actually did enjoy, was the fact that you could play as the orcs in the bonus mode.
Oh yeah, we'll
Oh,
get to
yeah.
that.
And
That's
then you
the
can
thing.
kill the heroes over and over again. But the downside is that doing so gives the heroes different, better weapons to kill orcs with.
All of the
Yeah.
orcs look exactly the same, and the realistic art style draws attention to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
They even bothered to give them different close-up face shots of each of them. That's the worst part.
I am
Like, are you
seventh
putting-
Jimbo. Seventh of the clan of Jimbo. Our mother had children and is still having them.
So,
You killed seventh Jimbo, but I, eighth Jimbo, shall avenge him.
so what VV says is actually gonna get into play pretty soon here. I do the evil mode like immediately when I started this game, because it does give you that boost in equipment. Cause like I'm not gonna fucking slog through this game. So I went and got everybody the best equipment that I could get them through the evil mode, and also had just, you know, a lot of fun just slaughtering the shit out of this entire party over and over again.
Oh my god, those two are like 99% the same model.
Oh yeah.
They're just palette swaps.
I'm glad that we don't even fucking bother with trying to imitate speech patterns and Tolkien off the rails, because the dialogue here is so bad.
It's bad.
It is such a bad imitation of Tolkien.
I have
Don't-
come to.
Hasten! It's just... Oh...
Well, don't worry, when we get to later in the game, you'll meet characters that barely even talk at all, that are important for some reason.
Yeah, it's great.
Looking at you, Aiden, I honestly forgot you existed. But we'll get to him later, and then we'll forget about him immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
We'll forget to him later.
Unlike Perry. God.
You
Fucking Perry.
You and fucking Perry, you have a problem, Shady.
For understanding context on Perry/Jeremy, make sure to watch our Draken 2 Let's Play.
I hate the encounter system in this game so much. It's so counterintuitive.
It's so dumb.
Like,
Oh, you're just
it's
killing
random encounters, but it's like, we're gonna put a little cursor down at the bottom right corner to let you know, hey, a random encounter might happen in a second. It's just,
My
Why have
grandpa
the
and I were
warning?
going out to get some beets. Oh God, why are you attacking us with knives?
Oh God, Jerry, please.
Oh Jesus Christ, we've encountered serial killers on the road.
Oh, that was my chest.
That elf witch, my grandfather has scoliosis. You're breaking him.
Oh, my eyes, they're not what they used to be. Oh God.
let me look at him, he's all hunched over.
Oh, grandfather, no!
My back hurts looking at them.
Oh, my arm. You
That's for
have
grandpa.
Kill them, put them out of my misery.
Oh!
my...
You're not gonna kill me. I'm full of
Thank you.
raging my grandpa rage. Yay, we killed
Even
those two
sped-
civilians.
Even sped up, these victory shots take too long.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah. Although I had like the GameCube version, and you couldn't have evil mode right off the bat.
No. Elf
You had to
medicine.
beat the game before you had evil mode.
Oh, I had a save where I had already beaten this game, Raven.
Oh.
Elven medicine, it's lavender essential oil.
So I could do
But
the
yeah,
evil mode from the
but
start.
yeah, it's like our medicine, but
Okay.
it's like American medicine. It's overpriced for bullshit.
You know what this is making me
Boil.
think of?
Nimbus.
Lord of the Rings games really fucking dropped the ball on making original characters. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking Talion in War of in fucking Shadow of Stinkman.
That was actually not bad.
I mean, he's just Kratos.
Not really?
It's close.
Really?
Big,
Kratos literally
big,
found-
big demigod who loves war killed his family.
Kratos
Now he
literally
seek
found
revenge.
a slave girl who'd been raped repeatedly by a god, decided, oh, I know what will help. I'll shove her into the gears of this machine so I can fix a puzzle. Like, yeah!
A puzzle he should have been able to just open the gate himself because he has super strength.
And, you know, he solved hundreds of puzzles before.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Fuck Kratos.
More sons of that grandpa you killed are trying to avenge him.
Yeah, this is one of those. This is like the Hatfields and McCoys of Middle Earth.
And once again, you're going to have to kill an entire family line. First the Jimbos,
I've already got a
now
good
the
start on it.
Himbos.
Of course, you remember Zeke, Rufus, Billy, Jim, Billy, Banana, Billy, Philly. Zeke, Rainchild. No, Rainchild, no.
Rainchild.
Okay, so yeah, going back to that, the only party of original characters in any of these Lord of the Rings games is the one from the War in the North that I like.
Wait a minute. The
They were
guy's
fine.
name is Benathor?
Barathor. Yep.
Barry Thor. I call
Okay,
him
so it's
that
an
for my
R,
own
not an
sake.
N. That's an R, not an N. Okay.
I kind
'Cause
of
if
wish
it
it
was-
was Benathor.
Benathor sounds so fucking dumb.
It
It's like a
does.
person trying to say Benefer but slurring it.
Isn't Benathor a brand of dog food?
Isn't Venathor the shopkeep from Whiterun in Skyrim? Some may call this junk, but me, I call it junk.
Enspark, yay!
How are we
Good.
gonna make a new Lord of the Rings character? I'll just take a pre-existing one and change
Can I-
the
can I
content.
just-
No one will notice.
Could just highlight we're picking up Enspark, the fucking like dandruff of imps or
You're
imps.
eating ant flesh.
Yep.
So ends
There's
the
lots
Duck
of things in this
Dynasty.
game they just.
Ants are magical, right? Magic heals you, right? Here, eat this ant dandruff.
Yeah, I don't think too hard on the things that I'm making this party eat because I kind of hope they die from whatever cancer it gives them.
I'm just imagining a human climbing up a sleeping ant and beginning to eat like its hair, and the ant makes it's like stop, and the human just eating it and like latching onto them like a parasite, and they're like they start chewing off the bark, and they're just I'm getting strong, and the ant just screams as the human like eats its head alive.
I feel like that's Lord of the Rings vegetarians.
I mean, ants.
Fuck,
That's what
that is a
everyone who eats.
nightmare. Well, that's going token off the rails.
Good. I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Is that
The
why
elves-
Mirkwood elves are eat ants like cannibals?
Ents are suffering a plague of hipsters. They only
If there were ants in Mirkwood, it probably wouldn't be as infested as it is.
Okay, so that abrupt cut was me. I had run through the level looking for anything I missed. I didn't miss anything, so...
There's really not that much to miss in the early levels. The later levels, they do just such a terrible job with where everything is placed that you just walk past things all the time.
And none of it
I'm looking-
matters.
I looked
No.
at this and I'm like, wow, look how fast it's going. I remember, oh, it's sped up.
This is
Sped
a
it up.
double movement, and it actually feels like a normal RPG.
I know. It's like you walk slow as balls in this game.
Yeah.
We're 18 minutes in.
No,
Running-
sure.
Yeah, it's technically like 40 minutes in.
Yep.
Scatha, when do you beat Brock so you get your running shoes? Oh,
Never. He never gets running shoes.
No,
Yeah,
awkward.
you're kind of forced to pick Charmander. This is before they gave Charmander Iron Claw, and they removed all the areas where you can encounter wild Pokemon, so you're really fucked in this one.
shit. This is going to be so tedious.
Like,
But
you can
that's
only
still
beat
good.
Brock by power leveling, and, you know, there's no area to do it. It would literally take, like, 4 fucking days to power level your Charmander up to
Actually
level
not
99 to
terribly
kill Brock.
Hard to solo Brock with Charmander before Meadowclaw because...
In Lord of the Rings War of the North, buy into the fiction, Raven!
Fine, whatever.
Badly wounded. Wait for the walks to approach.
Oh boy,
They'll
let me
kill
see.
him.
Oh, it's this guy.
Hold on!
Yeah, we just kind of encounter this guy laying there.
Hello,
What?
lovelies. You live.
And he calls us
Hello,
stupid.
Hey, lovelies, want to watch me fuck these dead wolves?
You are the Dunedain.
He feels like he's a lot more Monty Python energy than I remember.
It's because he's sped up.
Perhaps you should finish off
Eligos is an
the
asshole.
Yeah, he's just a douchebag, but sped up, he's amusing.
Dunedain.
Time to wipe out the wildlife so that the deers can run wild, overpopulate, and destroy the ecosystem. Hoorah!
So Eligos here, he's the
Yeah.
he's the
Aragorn.
Aragorn Light, and I use Light very heavily. He's Aragorn Light. He I stopped using him like halfway through the game because all of his abilities are so fucking hard to level up, and then the game just kind of forgets that he exists too. So
In all fairness, it forgets most of them exist.
Yep. So
Some
it's
of
like
them they only acknowledge they exist once.
This is actually low-key pissing me off, just thinking about, like, taking a good RPG system, and then you get to, like, you put the world of Middle-earth in it, and you could have so much fun with that, and instead they're just making, like, boring Xerox characters.
Yeah.
Like, do some weird fanfic shit.
like the War in the North did.
Like, you know, make some fun characters that don't exist in Tolkien.
Are you mentioning do War of the North?
I just had that conversation with TT, and if he's up for it, I happily record it with
I'd enjoy a Lord of the Rings game that was actually entertaining.
Hey,
him. I wish we had a third person because there's a three-person party, but we can go with two and be just fine.
Yeah, my brother and I played through that years and years ago. I actually enjoyed it.
It's a fun
Yeah.
game, unlike this one.
I don't remember as well as I should.
It's very similar to this, except more happens.
And the characters are likable. Like the elf lady in there. I like the elf lady in there. I want to play as the elf lady. I call the elf lady TT.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fair enough.
Because her staffs, she uses magic, you know, even though token purists
you
are
are-
like, nah.
You are absolutely allowed to have the spellcaster because I need to be like the most simple, stupid character possible.
Well, they're the other two are melee characters, and
Yeah.
but the elf lady uses for her range, she doesn't use arrows, she uses her magic, and it's a machine gun magic staff.
Oh, good. Yeah. I need the character who hits things with a stick. That's about my competence level. If I could smack it with a stick, I'm fine.
Hey, you got dwarf guy and you got ranger guy. Ranger guy hits a little bit more with bows, but he hits pretty hard.
I'm gonna do dwarf guy.
It's a fun party. I really wish we had a good person and Steam wasn't such a bitch that they took it off.
Took it off?
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, if you already bought it, they can't take it away from you, but you can't buy it anymore.
Barathor. It's really hard not to see Benathor.
Yeah, and because you said that, I'm thinking, oh,
Because
his
it's
name's
not-
Benadryl. He's going to put me to sleep.
Hi, my
mean,
name's
he
Benathor.
does.
I'm a very
joke,
good. I'm a very good Gondor man.
You could fucking make a Lord of the Rings campaign with, like, misspelled drugs as their names,
You could.
and nobody would fucking know the difference. I know it's a little bit of a slight at Lord of the Rings fans.
I am the half man, half elf Benadryl of.
I think
honestly.
Gallivant had a joke about that where they had a wizard named Xanax.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
I remember Xanax. He's fucking great.
Yes.
See, now that would be fun, though, and this game isn't allowed to have fun.
Yeah. Except for that. Though this wolf is now about to sing shake it, booty, quake it.
Shake it, bake it, booty, Quaker, turn it around.
Oh, no.
The video needs to be sped up a little bit more so you can...
I love the fuckers realized that they had to zoom out for the hyena monster, but they didn't do it for the fucking human character.
Yeah. The
Yep.
hyena's more important, more likable. Like, look at this art.
I would play as that warg.
You would?
You know what?
Yeah.
I would play a game where I'm a warg eating people.
All you see of these people in those close-ups are their eyes and their mouths, and it's really creepy.
And it makes it hard to like tell like which one is which. Like it makes it kind of emphasizes how like there's not really a whole lot of personality in their designs. It's like it's just a really bad choice. It's a bad choice game. You're a role-playing game. Let me enjoy the roles that I am playing.
Nope,
You
no
ask
fun
too
allowed.
much of them.
I'm moderately sure they ripped a better like RPG system off another game and then just said, "Hey, we
No,
gotta
this-
cash in on Lord of the Rings."
This is literally Lord of the Rings with Final Fantasy X's combat system slowed down by half.
Yep.
On paper, that
Oh.
sounds a lot better than what you get.
Oh, I thought this game system seemed like budget Final Fantasy. I was like,
It
am I
is.
just being too harsh?
Nope,
Or-
that's
yeah.
exactly what it is. Also,
Pitch
yeah,
scandal.
the game just kind of gives me these fucking videos of the movies, and I have to go in and edit them so I don't get copyright strike.
And
I
they
gotta
haven't
say,
even really established why the fuck this matters for the characters we're playing. Jesus.
You're not going to find out until about the end of the second
Yeah.
act.
And it's
The game
really
reveals
dumb.
Nothing. It's
Yeah.
super dumb.
It's like at one part they're following them in their footsteps, another part they're in front of them, kind of clearing the way. It's weird.
They actually think they reveal a big plot twist later, and it's not. It doesn't work.
Wait a minute. Is that one of Bilbo's trolls?
Yeah, the trolls are
Yeah.
just all over the place. I guess.
Yeah, trolls just die everywhere these
A
days.
lot of-
One-
Is
Yeah.
this just a place where like the humans and elves go to like commit race crime?
No, I'm pretty sure
Is
this
this
a
the
troll
race crime
graveyard.
valley where the humans shepherd like goblins and wargs and trolls so they can kill them for sport?
Yep,
Is there like a
and
General
humans, too.
I
Zeroff
think-
who's like luring them in here to be killed?
I think it's just implied trolls are stupid enough that they just fucking die all the time.
I'm pretty sure that whole white patch of stone is just a giant troll graveyard. They just all withered away to just being lumps of rock now.
Erosion.
Now, the hardcore troll hunter, after he turns them to stone, he carves statues out of them.
You may have killed Jimbo the 8th, but I am Jimbo the 9th, and I oh shit! Well, you may
Jimbo
have
the
killed
9th.
Jimbo the 9th, but Jimbo the 10th will oh Christ!
Okay, Jimbo the 11th.
Jimbo
I've
the
got
11th, here we go.
Jimbo the 11th, feeling cocky, oh shit!
TT, if there isn't a line of orcs called Jimbo, all of them, in Token Off the Rails, I'm going to
Jimbo
riot.
Clan.
The Jimbo clan.
The clan
Jimbo
of
clan of nigh identical door.
Write that name down. Write
Just like
that name
the,
down.
like the Clem clan.
I probably should fucking write down some of this shit because we're already generating great stupid ideas.
There is one thing that this game is good at, and it's being made fun of and giving us dumb ideas.
Elf
Oh, it's
medicine.
superb for that.
I love how it just called.
Do you know the famous Jimbo clan of Mordor?
Got decimated by 3 schmucks with nothing better to do.
They were killed by a party of 3 up in the north. We forget their names and their faces because they weren't important.
Everyone agrees it was better that way.
And unfortunately, the Jimbo clan was a very peaceful clan that supplied much of our medicine.
No, wait. TT, all the goblins and orcs in fucking Garrison Court were just the hot pants orc token. Were they all Jimbo?
No, the hot pants goblins are different. I think the and is a Mordor clan, not a Misty Mountains clan.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are pretty standard orcs.
Jimbo sounds like a Mordor clan to me.
Okay, Jimbo the 13th, and he's down.
We're gonna run out of Jimbos at this rate.
Oh, the orcs fuck like rabbits.
Oh god!
Rabbits
Yeah.
on
Boy.
Viagra.
We're
They're-
born fully grown.
Either a Mordor clan or a Moria clan.
Okay, so I have the Jimbo clan of
To be sure they're good and dead. Someone like
Thor,
Jeez.
a human valley where goblins, wargs, and trolls are hunted for sport.
In the name of the Lady of the
Oh, human who
And how do I know I
eats
can trust you?
ants alive.
Seriously, dude?
Hands of a Mordor orc, whose life I intend to shorten considerably.
This is the worst fucking dialogue ever.
Okay,
Over the orcs.
so that's
Stop
that's
sitting on
three.
the orcs.
That's
Dude.
four. That's 4 ideas so far we've generated for
He
Token
almost
of the
has a
Rails.
personality, almost.
Almost.
He's
He's a
tried
murderer.
very...
We shall find out.
First
He's
of all, the
trying
orc had a
very
name,
hard.
and it was Kevin.
And who are you to
Oh,
speak for ruler
the
of them?
dwarf.
You must
Hard,
have
hard.
the Tolkien and warn the Lady Galadriel of these dangers.
I might be full of riddles, but you are full
We
of
should find out
shit.
the enemy's altars. What I did to him, that orc
That's all I
would
can
be
remember the
himself.
dwarf's name. It's not spelled that way, but it looks like hard in that accent.
It's had, but hard is
Had-hod.
basically what it is.
Honk
I am
honk.
not hard
Honk
to
honk
dwarf.
yes.
Ah, I
I am
see
hard
you want to be
and
filled with
harder.
hard.
Of all the
No.
characters, the dwarf almost feels like he almost has a character. He's
Almost.
just a little
It's
short.
because it's impossible not to have fun playing a dwarf in the Tolkien setting.
Kind of.
Yeah. Dwarves are meme funny. They're kind of their version of the Games Workshop orc.
Yeah, kind
No
of.
one in no one in the Token off the Rails party would know.
Well,
No one's
would've been
playing a dwarf in the Tolkien setting.
Well, now I know what to do if I come in as a
Voices
guest.
echoing down from the
Yeah.
mountains.
I can bring my weeb dwarf
Then
into
lightning
it.
struck all around.
Christ.
Oh
Oh,
no! He's an Easterling dwarf.
break this setting wide open.
No, he's not an Easterling dwarf. He's a dwarf who's fond of Easterlings. There's a difference.
Hmm.
Wow.
He's a weeb dwarf, not an otaku dwarf.
Boy, that's gonna be good.
That map
Going in hot door return.
secret entrance.
Boy, this is just like my Easterling animes.
The greatest city of the dwarves.
What's an anime?
During the Great Wars.
I'll show you.
And whose halls are rumored to still be stocked.
Let's go down into my basement here.
Oh gosh.
That map leads us to Moria's
His shield is a body
I expect
pillow.
we shall find him nearby. It will take more than a few goblins.
How many party members are you able to choose from in this?
It's like
There's
eight-ish?
6, I think.
There's
5, 6.
token human from Gondor. There's token elf. There's token
I mean,
Dunedain.
There's not Denethor. There's not Aragorn. There's not Arwen. There's gonna be a not Gimli because they're foreshadowing him.
Yeah.
There's
Then there's 2 more after that. There's 6 people.
there's
Okay.
the one I like, and then the Rohan guy who does not do anything.
He literally just shows up. I think they forgot him until the last minute.
So not Ao, God shit.
Aodin, yeah.
Aodin, not Aodin.
was that troll corpse?
They don't give you a hobbit?
No,
Nope.
which
They
is
don't give you
another
a
reason.
fucking hobbit?
Which is another reason this fucking game gets a negative review from me.
Instant fucking fail!
Wow.
Yep, they didn't think that was interesting enough, or maybe they didn't. They don't. They literally don't have an excuse. They give you a dwarf. They have a rig at the appropriate size scale.
I mean,
Hobbits.
They're
like
just
War of the North.
cowards.
War of the North has an excuse. There's only 3 party members, and it does make sense for it to be a human, an elf, and a dwarf because hobbits are like significantly rarer. They're less common around, like less commonly known than elves, dwarves, and humans. You know, a lot of people are like, "What the fuck is a hobbit?" in the stories, so that's fine. But when you're doing a fucking Final Fantasy game where you got like a choice of party members beyond like 3. You should have a fucking hobbit.
Yeah.
If you have 4 party but possible,
Remember
be a
correctly,
fucking hobbit.
don't they mean an eagle who's kind of the pseudo 7th member?
In War of the North, they befriend an eagle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Jesus Christ.
They don't do anything that interesting here.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That's not allowed in this game.
I don't know why these two games blur together on me.
Because the other one, War of the North, is like the same concept as this, but better in every single conceivable way.
Yep.
Okay.
Especially characters, because the characters are memorable, and that's why you're remembering them. You're trying to put them in this game because you want something in this game to be good.
Paper, this sounds like it could have been a really great RPG.
I mean, it was. It's called War of the North.
Like I said, the battle system is not bad in this. I actually kind of enjoy myself when I'm grinding. It's just that I don't want to have anything to do with any of this party because they suck.
Yeah, and they're ugly.
Like Perry.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
We have an entire party of Perrys.
Oh look, the orc warlock or
If only
shadow
we could
chieftain.
parry these characters and get to some
Just
good
call
ones.
him an orc mage.
That's a sword fighting joke. It's a parry.
Oh no, not magic, Jimbo.
Magic Jimbo.
Yes, I am the 11th Jimbo, who is magic. Oh shit!
I remember they have, like, this-
revenge.
It's
Wait, I
a
thought.
octave prose ability.
We're
that
on like
you can
11th
get.
Jimbo now.
Oh god, how many Jimbos are we at?
Wait,
Don't worry.
Even
we
the
change-
Jimbos don't know.
They're in the mid-teens.
How many Jimbos do we have on the ship? Sir! God, I'm surrounded by Jimbos.
Don't worry. Next level, they'll use a different orc model that all looks the same.
Yeah,
alright.
Then we'll get to a new orc clan to genocide against.
the
Yeah,
Himbo
the
clan.
Steven.
That helmet looks stupid on you.
Okay, so that. I think we just killed our 16th Jimbo.
I think we're at Jimbo 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jimbo 17 is the next one.
Yes.
I think we'll go with that, just because
God,
17 is
so
a funny
many
number.
Jimbos.
God.
If you're the type of character player who really likes the Fashion Souls kind of thing, where your characters aesthetically match, nah,
No.
you're not gonna get that.
Nope.
You're gonna be forced to look at this monstrosity the whole time.
Just
look at
wait
the way he
until one
walks.
of the later levels where this guy gets a helmet that I just...
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
I remember there being like a really weird, like it had a bird on it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
The fucking helmet has bird wings taped to the sides of it.
yes, I remember that thing.
Just wait until you see that bastard, like, in full view. Because I made sure to get a good
majestic.
look at it.
I
In all
remember
its
it being.
majestic splendor.
It's glorious.
No, Jimbo.
Which, to be fair, that was a helmet that was described in the books. But in practice, it looks incredibly stupid.
I mean, they could make it look cool. Like
There actually is.
Thor Ragnarok did the winged helmet thing in a way that looked pretty rad.
Historically, there are winged helmets. They usually,
Yeah.
yeah.
There
It's
are.
like, isn't
like
it like
the
the French cavalry at one
I
point? had
feel
them?
like what this game suffers from is not like any of the concepts. It's just the execution. It's just so. It's just so. It's lazy. It's
the
just so
epitome of a bad
shot
execution.
fast.
It's
All right,
bad.
Jimbo 17 through 20.
Ah! You son of a bitch! Jimbo the 18th will not suffer this.
So the fucking
I think
mage,
we're actually on like Jimbo 20.
Look, there's 4 of them there, so this is Jimbo 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Yeah.
I think we're actually on like Jimbo 22 at this point.
And they
Yeah.
had a couple of sets that were twins, and they couldn't decide which one to pick first. So there's 2 Jimbo 17s.
Shadow Blades. Or
Maybe there were so many Jimbos that they eventually ran out of numbers, and so they looped back to the start.
Yeah, like
fair.
Yes, there
Jimbo
are more
1A.
than infinity Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo
Orcs aren't gonna
1A.
count that shit.
Jimbo
Impressive that they made it this far.
Oh god, you killed Jimbo 18.
Yeah, they're,
Jimbo B will have his revenge.
yeah, they're all
Oh, shit.
labeled like apartments. 1A,
Jimbo.
1B.
Oh,
Jimbo
God.
Roman numeral 2 will have his revenge.
And they have to say Roman numeral 2, too.
Jimbo pound sign will be bad.
Jimbo hashtag YOLO.
Jimbo 2 one in the tiny skirt.
Oh my god.
Oh god, they get to the
Jimbo
point like
Ichi-ni-san.
they get to the point where they're just
You have killed the
random
number
hashtags.
Jimbos, but will you kill the size Jimbos? I am Jimbo Small.
I
Jimbo
am
Medium.
Jimbo Medium.
I am Jimbo Extra Large. Jimbo Large died when he got his leg caught in a bear trap.
Yeah.
And I'm Jimbo Diabetes.
I am Jimbo Venti.
Yeah, then it's just Jimbo, whatever disease they have.
I'm Jimbo Gonorrhea.
And
I'm
then you get
Jimbo
to,
scoliosis.
and then you get
I'm
to Jimbo. I'm Jimbo Square. This is Jimbo Triangle.
Finally, true Jimbo.
Jimbo Prime.
Jimbo Prime.
Oh,
And-
Jim Optimus Prime.
Jim
Oh, God.
Optimus
If
Prime.
if you unlock the secret dungeon, you get to fight Omega Jimbo.
Which is the Jimbo that has just a bunch of Jimbos sprouting
No.
off of him?
Jimbotron.
Oh yeah,
It's literally a whole bunch of Jimbos standing on top of each other.
Shady, the one you're describing is Jimbo Infinite.
Ah.
Speaking of which, for me and Brandon came up with a silly Cybertronian idea last night. You know, everyone is well aware of Truck Con,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Isekai truck, right? Imagine this, if you will, a Cybertronian who turns into a truck who goes after incels and turns them into Isekai protagonists. We call it Anotron, because he's created by Hideaki Anno to stem the tide of Shinji clones.
According to Kay, his one desire is to kill Kirito, but he keeps being stymied by the fact that Kirito has thousands of identical copies throughout the world with slightly different names.
His
Yeah.
quest will take years.
Yeah, because there's like tons of in anime, there's like tons of Kirito clones who get isekai'd.
At
Who
the
are
very
just like
least,
Kirito but blander.
at the very least, he's making incels fucking do work for a change.
So his goal is he turns into trucks with other incels and they get isekai'd.
Wah, 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 wah.
I'll find him one of these days, goddammit.
Speaking
Until
of
then, I'll just do
land.
God's
He's
work.
heavy for one so small. Maybe
Yeah,
comes
the
to
dwarf.
Quiet. Both of you.
He's heavy for one so small. Wow, right out of the gate.
Well, Ranger, it's about time.
Dick.
Oh, hard.
By the way, we represent the Lollipop Guild.
The lollipop.
I really love that I sped them up this up because it makes it better.
High-pitched Scottish is pretty damn good.
I like that the game decided, yeah, the Ranger's the one that we're gonna send away.
Yep, the game is like, no, you don't need the ranger.
Yeah, you don't have to have him along anymore. You
He
can just
literally stops being necessary at this exact point of the plot.
Oh yeah, I remember. The dwarf gets like specific
He has a quest line, sort of.
bane attacks.
Yeah,
Ooh, right in the dick.
get used to Hadhod being in the party because he doesn't leave.
I'm okay with
I
that.
mean, he is one of the few that is actually kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's good, but he's entertaining.
He
Notch Gimli is here to give you smiled entertainment.
he just shot a goddamn fireball, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just wait, that gets better.
Oh,
He has
I
some
know.
interesting attacks. Plus, I love his final victory animation because he just pounds his chest really slowly and makes this really horrible sound.
Just yeah,
God.
you're gonna see that sped up
Oh god.
eventually.
You know how this is Final Fantasy X's combat system?
He?
This really should have just had a goth woman. You know,
Wait, just wait.
just have one goth woman in a dress made of belts and a...
Just wait.
Give it time, there's something fairly close to that.
That'll
I
give no
assume that
more.
is your favorite you're talking about, Scatha.
Yeah.
The problem is
Alright.
that they'll give Nomura work, and Nomura just needs to fuck himself to death.
Yeah, he is kind of a piece of shit.
Otherwise, I'm on board with that.
We're going to give Kari something to do in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Bullshit.
She's going to die. So Sora can be motivated to stop the villain.
Again,
Like he wasn't motivated before. He's like done it for the past 2 games. Why wouldn't he do it
mean-
now?
I guess to be fair to Sora, I have no idea what he's trying to accomplish, so I'm kind of confused why we're trying to stop him.
I'm gonna say, didn't she die or pseudo die in each fucking game?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Everyone in Kingdom Hearts dies at least 3 times.
Okay, here we go.
Last stand of the gym.
God, you.
Oh god, that elf.
Ah!
The octopus.
And this is perfect mode. It's that your little bar fills up with juice on the side, and once the ring starts floating in it, you can use like screen wiping powers and whatever.
It's basically trance.
I kind of forget that I have it most of the time.
Oh, what? Oh, thought that Octopus went down like a
Yeah,
jump.
yeah, I know. It's like, wow.
The PS2 graphics, they actually put a pretty good amount of effort into that thing's animation.
Yeah, it's just
true.
that you have to watch them in slower speeds every single time he gets hit. You have to watch that animation.
And just even the little asymmetrical blinking, it actually takes effort.
That's because this monster is the programmer's fetish, and they decided to actually put effort into this one.
Could not be surprised at all.
Nothing about that would shock me at all. This game is basically unfinished, so...
This may have been like the fucking designers' just rebellion of they're not letting me do anything good. I'm gonna make one thing goddamn spectacular.
See, I'm just thinking of the designer in the fucking animation booth being like, oh man, I wish those tentacles were going right up my ass.
Wow.
Yeah, you see that long animation where he reels like that? You have to watch that every single time.
Oh, that was pretty painless. I remember from just being a complete bastard.
It is sped up.
Oh. I mean, like, he has this multi-hit bullshit.
Yeah, you fight him again.
I love the fact that he literally... Oh, there it is. I love the fact that the gate was already closed, he opened it up again, and then closed it again behind him.
Yep. I love that the dwarf just fucking hates the elf as much as I do. And doesn't stop hating her.
Another reason Hard is actually tolerable.
Look at her, look at her like, stop touching me!
Gross.
I like that his helmet looks like a construction helmet.
I'm going to take you out
His
to
name's
kneecaps.
Hard Heart, so I'm just imagining him. He's like his real name's Hard Hat, and he's just like a fucking Union dwarf. Yeah, these Mori mines pretty good, but yeah, they didn't put in safety rails. That was a real mistake.
He's a fucking dwarven construction worker, but you're carrying an axe. Dwarven construction worker.
Yeah, you know, there's that one really big stairs, and you could fall off that thing real easy. You know, I'd hate to see someone just fall off those stairs, and I told them they should have put guardrails.
Yeah, so at the end there, it was explaining that now we can, every time we have a save point, we can travel back to where we were before. And that's how you do your grinding in this game. You can just, you know, bounce back to somewhere with weaker enemies, grind up your abilities and all that other shit. Yeah. It's kind of an interesting system, but it's also in this game, so I can't give it any more points than that.